the Green Ghana project has been welcomed very well in the Borno East region. So for the past 2 years, as 2021, the inception, the first edition started, it went on very well. And then the second edition also went on very well. So, and in the two editions, the region was able to exceed the target that was set for us. And I take this opportunity to thank the entire region, the members, the Nananum, everybody that participated. And again, my staff, that also through their sweat and sacrifices that made it possible to achieve our target and even exceed them. So we are grateful to the people of this region for supporting the Green Ghana initiative.
Okay, so how will you describe the survival rate? Because we've realized that some of the trees couldn't survive, but some trees survive.
Yes, in any planting you do, for sure, some will die. But I'm most grateful to tell you today that in the Borno East region, for the past two editions, over 70% of the trees that we planted survived very well, and they are doing very well. But besides that, tree planting is a process. It's not one day event. We encourage and urge Ghanaians, especially those in the Borno East region, to continue to collaborate with us, and so together we protect all the trees that survive during the past two editions, from fire, from nomadic Fulani, from poachers, or from any animals, because we planted the trees both in reserve and off reserve. So we all are begging Ghanaians, especially the Borno East region people, that please let's continue to protect the trees. Let's nurture them so that through this process you can restore our degraded forests and also protect the environment that we are destroying through our activities such as fire, or such as overgrazing, such as illegal farming, and all the negative tendencies that militate against the environment that we live on. Because if you don't take care and you continuously destroy the trees and the forest, that means our survival on this earth is at risk, because the trees that help us to survive, without the trees, you cannot breathe. Or the forest and trees serve as the lungs their lungs, because the bad air that we don't want, the trees and forests absorb them, and then they give us the oxygen. So please, I'm begging and urging the Borno East people that let's collaborate with the Forestry Commission to protect the trees and then the environment.
What has been the major challenges confronting this tree planting exercise in the region?
In fact, one of the major challenges is the fire. Fire in this region is one of our main being. So we encourage the people in the region that, for example, 2023 that we are in, if you all try to practice zero fire in our activities, that there won't be any fire from today till next year. We are going to experience or see better environment. Apart from fire that is causing havoc to all the activities that we do, illegal chainsawing also is one of our challenges. But such as this meeting and then the FM, we are undertaking fire education, educating the people against the impact of produce charcoal. So the idea that we are embracing this Green Ghana project is to replace those that are cutting. Besides that, that's why in the Brun region, we are promoting cassia plantation, because once we plant more cassia, we establish cassia plantation, we'll be able to, when they are at maturity and these fast-growing trees, okay, we can harvest it to produce charcoal. And charcoal produced from cassia having charcoal
municipality, go to the Sene East, Sene West, and then Pro East, Pro West, you realize that most of these areas are more like becoming like the north, where we don't have a lot of trees. But you could see that these Green Ghana project farmers, when they also, most of these cattle normally come from the northern part of the country during the dry season, where they don't have enough feed for them up there. They normally bring them down here, and they really cause a lot of havoc, not only to these trees that the Forestry Commission and the people of the region are planting, but to water bodies and various farms. They cause a lot of destruction here. So it has been a security issue in the Kranza, Kentampo areas during this period, and there have been a lot of sensitization education that is ongoing to make sure that we find a lasting solution to these nomads or the Fulani herdsmen, these destruction they've been causing every year. So on a nutshell, I would say the Forestry Commission in this part of the country, led by Mr. Dixon Ajay Sechi, they are doing their best, but there is still room for improvement. They need to tackle some areas to ensure that we are able to achieve our aim by getting enough trees in this part of the country.
One thing is also, I would have loved to let him explain to us the strategy that was adopted for specific areas like the Galamsey areas where a lot of these trees have been pulled down or destroyed. I want to know specific what kind of strategy or thinking went into planting some of these trees as part of the Green Ghana project.
Okay. Mr. Ije, this question goes for you too again. What necessitated, I don't know the kind of, you can now tell us, I didn't ask you that, the type of trees we are planting here, and then what actually informed that decision, because in the Galamsey areas, we are planting some specific trees. This area, what are the trees that we are planting here, and what informed that decision?
Thank you again. In the Brun East region, for example, in the Techiman enclave, the most preferred species depend on where the person is. For example, if you went to Tibubu enclave, some also want the cassia is one of their preferred species, because they also want to use it to plant in those areas to more or less serve as a barrier to control fires when they come. So so far, we're also happy that we're able to supply most of the requests that came here, be it in the Techiman here, in the districts as well. So we are happy. What we are still expecting is that this year our preparation towards nursing mango was a bit challenging, because we are not into more fruit crop nurse. We are into timber trees. Some people came looking for mango. I think it's only in Kranza that could help them small. As for other reasons, we couldn't supply them with the mangoes. But if taking it on board, God willing, next year, if you continue with this project, all those mango, for example, and then other species they requested that we are not able to supply, we are going to bring them on board so that when they come, they will have their preferred species. But in the nutshell, Oframo and then Morgan and cashew having the dominant species that, as and when they come, they request for.
Okay. You heard Mr. Ajay Sechi explaining the reason or what informed their decision in making sure they have Oframo, acacia, and then cashew. That is predominantly the kind of seedlings they've distributed or the residents are asking for.
Thank you so much, Ayama. We are so grateful. And Samuel Ayama is our Bono East correspondent, and he interacted with the manager of the Forestry Commission in that region, Mr. Dixon Ajay-Sechi, and he said the region, as part of this year's Green Ghana Day, planted 150,000 trees. And this was part of the national target of 10 million species that were planted in 2021. A total 7 million seeds were planted here, 10 million were planted. And according to Mr. Ajay-Sechi, about 70% of the tree seedlings which were planted in 2021 and 2022 have actually survived, and they are hoping the numbers might even go higher for this year. And so as part of this program for today, we also went to Tema and we interacted with Michael Dewonu, and he spoke on the outbreak of anthrax in the northern part of the country. But he actually took us to a butchery in Tema Community 1 and spoke to the secretary over there, and he assured that the meat at the butchery is actually of quality, and so we can continue to eat our meat and it is safe. We also spoke to the school feeding caterers, their convener, and she says currently they have resumed their strike, but the issue is they want the government to increase the current monies that they are giving them. The one cedi 20 pesos is not enough. Ideally, they want 3 Ghana cedis for them to be able to prepare some quality meals for their children. And we also took you to Northern Ghana, where Parliament is celebrating its 30 years of existence as part of the Fourth Republic. And so the Speaker has begun a 1-week tour of the region, to get closer to the people and also create awareness concerning the work of Parliament. And so this is how we wrap up on today's episode of Real Time News on GBC News. My name is Gifty Heje, and we're also live on Facebook at Ghana Broadcasting Corporation and GTV Ghana. Bye for now.